Coaches, thanks again. Looking forward to a great summer. Obviously, we know the COVID has changed a lot of different things in the way we daily live, but I'm excited to get these kids out of the house, start interacting in small groups. I believe, we've sent out all these rules, but I thought it'd be easier just to have a discussion. Number one, we are requesting that the families only have one family member. You are not the police. You are not there to say, hey, you have four, you got to go home. Basically, that's just a recommendation that I'm putting out there, but don't feel like you have to police anything. We would like to keep the kids on one side and have the parents on a complete opposite side. Now, at times with the younger kids, those younger kids will run over to mom or dad, grab a snack, may have their water bottles. That's fine. We're just trying to limit the parents being around other people's children, just with, again, the social distancing. Number two, we would like to keep all the kids 6 feet apart as far as on the sidelines. My goal for the first 2 weeks will not be very difficult to do that, because when we show up, you're going to have a little mini game going on with your players, and I want everybody on the field. So if you have 6 players, it's going to be 3-on-3 half field. If you have 10 players, it's going to be 5-on-5, and you could play different ways, and we'll go over all those things with the coaching information that'll come out quickly. Number two, we would request that every child have their own water bottle. Some people bring Gatorades and just plain water bottles. I would actually encourage them to have their name on it, to have a distinct water bottle so that the kid knows and isn't grabbing someone else's water bottle. Number two, like we talked about, that the first 2 weeks we will not be playing the other team. You'll be limited to your half of the field. Now, there isn't any numbers or letters, that kind of go with it. You're going to be on 2A. There's a one half and another half. So one color on one half, one color on the other half. We will try to minimize how much the crossover is with ending up in someone else's zone. But again, that is something coming from Iowa Soccer. Number two, and this is going to be all the parents, nothing that you as coaches need to do, but the players need to be aware that they have to take their temperature. They have to understand if their kid is not feeling well, it is okay not to show up, to be precautious and stop the spread of COVID. The last part, which will be kind of the weird part, when we do return to playing the other team, we will not be doing handshakes or high fives at the end of the game. We will modify that. We'll have our teams come together-ish and kind of be apart from each other, and then just clap for each other and say good game and hey, good job, guys. And I think the more excited we get as coaches, the more we make this a norm right away. I think the kids will buy into it and have a lot of fun with it. There will also be a COVID waiver that the state just put out last week. We're going to have every player turn that COVID waiver into you. They will have to print it up, bring it with them, and have it signed and delivered to you. We then will come around and pick up all those COVID waivers on the first day. We will also provide you with some extra COVID waivers blanks if the parents forgot to bring them with. So that's pretty much the guidelines that we have. There are certain guidelines about pennies. We would ask that if you guys could wash the pennies a few times, especially over the first couple weeks as we get through the re-entry period of playing. The other big thing is if there are cones, we would ask that the coach be the only one really touching and messing with the cones. Obviously, that's hard with 3- and 4-year-olds. Just being mindful of can I collect everything myself and limit the amount of things that are passed between the groups. So I hope that was helpful, and I definitely have more information coming out with the coaching clinic videos as far as what to expect in your first 2 weeks. Thanks.